Hey, Super Friends, welcome back to Akron Comic Con. And I'm sitting here with Chris Sprouse, one of the creators of Tom Strong, which we know is coming soon to DC Comics. Now, Chris, how did you actually get into drawing comic books?
Back in the old days when I started, they actually used to ask people to send in samples if you want to draw comics. And it's a boring short story, but that's what I did. I sent in samples and got hired.
So, okay. And did you grow up always drawing, or?
I did, yes. Since I was about 5.
Okay. Now, we know the main one is you've done a lot of work. I see we have everything from Marvel to Dark Horse to DC to Vertigo. You've worked for just about everybody at this point. How did you actually get into, and what went into creating a character like Tom Strong, since we know that's the one that's coming up soon?
Well, like a lot of stuff, it was right place, right time. I had been working on an Image Comics series that Alan had scripted, and when that got canceled, I assume he liked my work on it and thought of me and pitched the project to me. So again, it was that easy, but I had put in the time and the effort working on another series for him. That was Supreme was the name of the series. It was a Superman kind of character. And he tailor-made the characters for us based on what he knew about us from working with us and interviewing us and finding out what we wanted to draw, or had always wanted to draw and hadn't gotten a chance to, things like that. But Alan basically tailor-made the characters for the artist, and so I won't say I had nothing to do with it, because he based a lot of it on things I like to work on, like I said, I like Tintin and the Kirby Fantastic Four and stuff like that, and that ended up being a big part of Tom Strong in the end. So he used those interviews with us to create the characters, and then I went and designed them based on what he wrote. So it was interactive that way, but a lot of it was all Alan, a lot of it was sort of just my old interests, and it all came together on Tom Strong. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. And so, now you said you don't know a whole lot about what the new book is going to have in it or anything, but I know there are a couple of other characters in there that were from the old other Tom Strong series. Do you know any of that at all?
It looks like it's his family. All I've seen is one illustration, so that's all I know. I know as much as anybody else who's reading Newsarama or any of those things. I saw it online. And they never mentioned it to me. They never asked, or I did tell them, anytime you do Tom Strong, let me know. I'd love to keep it going and draw it myself, but I have no idea what's going on here. I hope it's good. That's all I can say. Good luck to whoever's doing it. I hope they do a good job.
Now, you've been drawing comics for a long time at this point. Now, what's some of the highlights you can think of, some of your favorite characters you've done?
Tom Strong, for sure, is the highlight for me. Beyond that, I did a creator-owned book with Warren Ellis called Ocean, which is, this thing right here.
Okay.
It was sort of a dream come true for me. I'd always wanted to do a hard science fiction comic, and that's what that is. No superheroes, just science fiction concepts. And Legion of Superheroes. I did a spin-off called Legionnaires early in my career, and I'd always been a Legion fan, so that was a big deal. Those 3 books were like the dream projects for me.
Okay, and I know I don't want to take too much of your time because I know the show's wrapping down, and you still work you need to do. What advice would you give to young artists and young people trying to get into the comics industry?
Draw all the time, because when you become professional, you will be. So get used to that, and don't do this job unless you really love drawing comics, because it's not going to make you rich. It's going to keep you working all the time, and if you don't love it, you're in trouble. But as long as the love's there and you love the form and telling stories and or drawing, you're set. That'll keep you going through all the late nights and tough times. But beyond that, I'd say Learn to draw what you see, because that'll also help you out. You'll never be stuck. You can use photo reference or draw from life. If you can look out at the world and get that down on paper, you're set for your entire career.
Awesome. Well, I want to let you get back to what you're doing here. Not interrupt you. No, you're fine. But thank you for being on the show with us. And Super Friends, remember to click the subscribe button there. We got more videos coming your way, and we'll see you in the next time.